So they said last year we were supposed to vote for Hillary Clinton because she was strong in the swing states and that she's faced, campaigns before. So she's battle tested. And the Republicans, they've tried to smear her for 30 years and she's still standing, right? That was the whole thing. She's tested. She's strong. Bernie Sanders, oh, my God, he's going to collapse. As soon as they call him a socialist, he's going to collapse. Even though they've been calling Democrats socialists since FDR. So they call Barack Obama communist. But anyway.
They called him black, too.
And they even did that. Now, it turns out this guy who was too vulnerable to run in a general election, Bernie Sanders, the Republicans are going to crush him with that socialism test. It turns out, according to political swing state Democrats, are asking Bernie Sanders for help. Really? They don't have Hillary Clinton on stage with them? No. Who do they want? Whose help do they want? Bernie effing Sanders. They want Bernie to help them win. It's weird that Hillary doesn't feel like she needs Bernie Sanders voters to win. Isn't that interesting? So this is from that article in Political. It says Sanders' political operation and aides at the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, that's also known as the DSCC, the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, which is run by John Tester. He says that their campaign and the Sanders campaign talks all the time. And that Bernie Sanders' fundraising prowess, particularly in garnering small dollar donations, will be a top strength for Senate candidates, party officials said. Really? So not getting money from corporations in Wall Street, that's not seen as a strength anymore in a general election? You mean being able to get small dollar donations, that's seen as a top strength for Senate candidates? Democrats need to flip at least 4 Republican-held seats to reclaim the Senate majority in November. 4. They need to flip 4. Are they asking Hillary Clinton to come stand on stage or Bernie Sanders? Well, according to Political, they surveyed more than a dozen Democratic candidates running in this year's most competitive Senate races, and 5 of them said they would eagerly campaign with Sanders. Eagerly. Who is it? Well, one candidate who would happily accept Sanders' support is Nevada Democrat hopeful Catherine Cortez Masto. She's the state's former attorney general who is battling to keep the seat in Democratic hands after the retirement of Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid. That's one. In Nevada, wants to campaign. Turns out his message is a winner. Bernie Sanders' message is a winner. Let's see what else. So it's no surprise that the 2 Democratic Senate candidates battling incumbent Republicans in highly competitive Rust Belt states, where past multinational trade deals have been blamed for job losses among blue-collar workers. They want Sanders on the campaign trail with them. Really? Rust Belt states. They want Sanders on the campaign trail with them. Isn't that interesting? Oh, is it because he's against the multinational trade? He's against CAFTA, he's against NAFTA, he's against TPP. And everyone knows it. And that's popular in swing states? Really? In Rust Belt states? Really? I thought Hillary was the stronger candidate. Here we go. Here's what else they say. Hey, it's not difficult to see where Sanders' progressive populist message could take hold. Ohio and Pennsylvania. 2 Rust Belt states where Democrat candidates are hammering the Republican opponents with Sanders-esque anti-trade rhetoric. And Iowa and Wisconsin, both home to liberal college towns that are deep enclaves of Sanders supporters. So look at that. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Iowa, Wisconsin. They're all buddying up to Sanders and Sanders-esque campaigning. How about in Ohio? Ted Strickland taking on Portman for the Senate in Ohio. Strickland's campaign spokesman, David Bergstein, said Sanders' quote, message of fighting for working families and opposing unfair job-killing trade deals certainly resonates in Ohio. We'd be happy to have him here. Interesting. They want Bernie Sanders in Ohio. to come campaign in Ohio, really. The anti-TPP message is so potent in Senate races that this fall, even Ann Kirkpatrick, the Democratic Senate candidate in Republican-leading Arizona right now, John McCain, senator from Arizona, said she would stump alongside Sanders. She said she would stump alongside Sanders in Arizona, whose brand of liberal politics is markedly different from her own moderate persona. So even a moderate like Ann Kirkpatrick, who's a moderate, wants Sanders to stump with her. Well, because it's a winning message. America isn't center-right. America is left. Whenever you ask Americans about the policy issues and you answer them, they all come up liberal. All of them. People don't even know they like socialism. That's because we have 6 companies owning all our media, news media. That's why people don't even understand that they like socialism. But they know they like Bernie Sanders when he talks about stuff, and politicians who are in tight races know that they better listen to Bernie Sanders. You know who isn't? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton still trying to reach out to right-wingers. In fact, here's what Chuck Schumer, now if you know who Chuck Schumer is, he's set to take over the Senate leadership for the Democrats. He's a big in bed with Wall Street. And here's who he thinks they should reach out to, the Democrats. Here's what he said. He says, for every blue-collar Democrat we will lose in Western Pennsylvania, we will pick up 2 or 3 moderate Republicans in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So that's the Democrats. They want to take the party. He goes on to say the voters who are most out there figuring out what to do are not blue-collar Democrats. They are the college-educated Republicans or independents who lead Republican in the suburbs. And that's who Senator Chuck Schumer, the head of the Democrats in the Senate, wants the Democrats to go after. Not go after workers, not go after blue-collar Democrats, go after Republicans. Hey, why not just switch parties already? Why not just do it? Because the Republicans are already to the left of the Democrats on trade. Isn't that weird? And Barack Obama's still pushing the TPP, even though the Republican nominee says he's against it, and Hillary Clinton says she's against it. So he's pushing a trade deal that the next president will be against, no matter who the president is, according to their rhetoric. And the Democrats, the liberals, they keep wanting they're going after. For every blue-collar Democrat we lose in Western Pennsylvania, we'll pick up 2 or 3 moderate Republicans. So they're actively campaigning towards Republicans. They're not campaigning towards liberals. They're not campaigning towards progressive. They have no interest in that. Screw them. Let's get Whitey. We're more like them anyway. And you wonder why people won't support the Democratic Party anymore. Because I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. This is what the Democratic Party is. They're moderate Republicans. They are Republicans. Chuck Schumer's idea of how to win an election is to target Republicans as a Democrat, not target Democrats or working blue-collar people. You know who knows better? The people who are going to lose in those states. They want Bernie Sanders with them. They understand that people are sick and tired of this kind of corporatist bullshit that infects both parties. But you should wag your finger. You should wag your finger at people who won't vote for a Republican Party. That's what this is. You should wag your finger. You're being ridiculous. Sure, they don't care about typical Democrats. Sure, they don't care about blue-collar workers. Sure, they only care about Republicans. Sure, but you're ridiculous if you don't support it. They got to come get my vote. This is not the party looking to come get my vote. My vote's up for grabs. If Hillary Clinton thinks she needs my vote, then she should come get it. And if she doesn't come get my vote, it's her fault. And if Donald Trump becomes president because Hillary Clinton got in bed with Republicans instead of getting in bed with lefties, that's her fault.